Chelsea. Well, let's start with West Ham. First of all, let me apologize. Because you know what? For today, Chelsea get their respect. West Ham 0, Chelsea 3, an absolute whitewashing today. Passed the pad over. It was one-sided in most metrics. Not going to lie, it's the first reaction I've done for Chelsea for a minute. So, you know, for the Chelsea fans tuning in from I'm about to say, make sure you do like and subscribe. Obviously, I know there's a lot of Chelsea fans on this channel already that watch the channel. So make sure you guys are smashing the like button and commenting. So listen, I'm going to keep it a buck. Chelsea, well done today. Well done today. What I saw today was probably the Chelsea that Chelsea fans have been trying to tell me about. Now, if Chelsea can perform like that, going forward, game in, game out, or can build on that, then you know what? That top 4 spot is pretty much theirs. I'm not going to lie. Now, I'm not saying they're 100% going to finish in the top 4, but if we're just talking about the dynamics of the game today, and I know West Ham haven't been in the best of form, but unlike what certain fans done with Milan, downplaying Milan when Liverpool made them look, Liverpool played Milan during the week, I'm not going to downplay West Ham and undermine the performance today. Caicedo, Jackson, Enzo, and a few of the others today, Colwill, were absolutely brilliant today. Yeah, Caicedo barely put a foot wrong. The assist was brilliant. He was everywhere on the pitch. Like, when you have a 6/6 in the pivot playing the way he was playing today, it's very difficult to find gaps, and it keeps you on the front foot, and it makes you, there's just more control in the game, and it goes to show how important the 6th position is. Now, for me, I've been very critical of Caicedo, especially because of his price and expectation. And for me, average performances week in, week out, or like decent performances doesn't cut it for me. I have very high expectations, especially for a player like him. So for me, today, in terms of what I expect, that was right up there with the very best performances that I've seen. Very much reminiscent of how I've been talking about Gravenberch. Today is how I'm going to speak about Caicedo. Literally, when I'm talking about the touch was on point, the turning was on point. When he needed to buy the foul, he bought the foul. When he needed to play the pass, release the ball, get out of his feet, he done everything on time and quick, and it was like this. It wasn't too slow in the first third. And then especially with Enzo, and we're going to give Enzo some credit as well today. Enzo wasn't amazing, but we're going to give him credit. And I say that because we're very quick to get on Enzo. We're very, very quick to slander his name. So today, at least for the game that he's played today, we're going to give him some flowers as well. His passing was good today. I feel like he got the ball at his feet. He didn't overcomplicate things. I think there were a few overhit efforts, but for me, that's going to happen in the game anyway. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I just feel like the midfield 2 won that game very, very quickly. And aside from winning the ball back, we got to give some credit to Sanchez. 2 very good games now for Chelsea. 2 very, very top-notch games from Bournemouth, playing Bournemouth away, and today away at West Ham. 2 away games that you probably look at Chelsea and think probably they might just drop points in these games. He's made a lot of saves. He's made 6 or 7 saves in both games now. And his ability to play out the back, which a lot of people doubted, I doubted, now over the last 180 minutes has looked very, very assured. Yeah, there was one pass that got cut out by Bowen, but who cares? Who cares? Through the lines, into the pivot, on the half turn to Caicedo or to Enzo, and Chelsea were off. They were off. You know what I'm saying? And it's very important. I think that is integral to the style of what Maresca's doing. He needs that comfortability on the ball playing out of the back. Do you know what I'm saying? So if we're talking about the likes of Colwill and Sanchez, and even Fofana and what these guys are good on the ball. They're very good on the ball. So if you can get them on the ball, playing through the lines, Chelsea are going to get a lot of space. And then you release the likes of Cole Palmer. You release the likes of Sancho. You release the likes of Jackson. And Jackson today, let's speak about Jackson. You know what I'm saying? I've not really been a massive hater of Jackson. I think he's decent in it. I just think it's another one of those players who needs to get his shooting boots on. In the rest of his game, I've not really got a problem with. He's a handful. He's good in the air. It's just the goals. And even then, he got 14 last year. So, again, today, 2 clinical finishes. The second one, outside of the boot. Listen, yeah, that's a sign of a confident striker to me. And if we're going to look at Jackson as a whole now, how long can that last for now? Is that form or is that finishing ability? I think that's the question that a lot of Chelsea fans are going to have in their head. There are some Chelsea fans that actually didn't want Osimhen because they feel like Jackson offers more off the ball and they'd rather that than maybe Osimhen's finishing ability and maybe what they might lose in link-up and build-up play, because Jackson was integral in the build-up play today. The little touches off, holding the defender, being a handful, the runs in behind, runs into the channels. He was everywhere in those attacking thirds and in the channels, which is, again, key to Maresca's system. Very, very key. It was also key in Poch's system. So I can see why he's the one that's getting the nod and why I don't think too many Chelsea fans were that much upset when they weren't able to get Osimhen and had to stick with Jackson. Now, listen, Cole Palmer was quieter today, but I think that's a positive because if Cole Palmer could have a quieter game and they can still win 3-0, that's progress. Because last season it was Palmer and pray. It was P&P. It's Palmer and pray. Let's be honest. You see what I'm saying? So we look at players like Sancho today. Obviously it was an easy assist in it, but in terms of his gameplay, his all-round game, very tidy, very rarely loses the ball, very dangerous. If you saw what he did to Edson Alvarez, he gave him the what, you man don't know about that? Are you mad? Sancho's cold, man. Everyone knows I'm a big fan of Sancho. So again, that's looking like a starter on the left-hand side. And of course, I think Noni still probably gonna have to fight for his place, gonna have to do a little bit more. But again, it's just the devastating finishes from Jackson, and it's kind of just calmed the whole game down for Chelsea. And just an assured performance. Yes, West Ham put them under pressure at times, and I feel like they were unlucky not to get a penalty, by the way. But all in all, Chelsea just blitzed them so quick. And then in the second half, blitz straight away. Probably should have had a fourth with the Madueke chance. Probably should have squared it back to Palmer, in my opinion. This is the difference in terms of a West Ham who aren't really in form and a Chelsea who are starting to grow game by game. So for me, I had Tottenham above them. I had Tottenham in the top 4. I had Man United kind of in and around the same spot as them. I had Chelsea in 5th, I believe. But that for me, or 5th or 6th. So for me, performances like that is what's going to propel them into 4th, in my opinion. And I say what I see. A lot of Chelsea fans think I have an agenda. Listen, I say what I see. And I didn't see anything, barely saw anything last season. This season, I'm seeing improvements already. Again, Colwell, who I still think is a decent defender, at left centre-back, is showing the defender he was at Brighton. 2 very good games from him now. So how many games is that going to carry on? Is he going to develop? If he does develop, this is the kind of the model that could transpire and be a very positive one. But listen, guys, in the chat below, man, let me know who your man of the match was. Obviously, people are going to give it to Jackson. I'm going to give it to Caicedo. I ain't going to lie. I just think, yeah, I don't think there's anyone. He was best player on the pitch by quite a way, in my opinion. Let me know who your man of the match was. Smash the like. We are on the way to 12.2k subscribers. You can see it down the bottom there. So make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Chelsea 3, West Ham 0. That was a barebacking. Say less, Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? You lot are earning my respect. That was a very good win. Obviously, I got the watch along now. So you lot smash the like button, and we'll see you guys in the next one.